Would you like a tool so you can be more magical with molecules? Welcome to Tools to Create a Better Life with myself, Glenyce Hughes. Thank you so much for being here. I am so incredibly grateful for each and every one of you. Yeah, magic with molecules also happens to be the name of a two-part class that I have coming up April 22nd and April 23rd, 2023. If you're listening later, the replay will be available. And we are going to take a deep dive into being magic with molecules. Now, what would a tool be to be magical with molecules? Well, talking to the molecules. I know, right? Very simple, very simple. The thing is, a lot of people don't recognize that everything has a consciousness of its own. So whether it is your body, whether it's a creation that you're creating, whether it's your house, a car, it doesn't matter. The clothes you wear, everything has a consciousness of its own, which means it has molecules of its own, so that we can commune with them, we can communicate with them, we can talk with them, we can chat with them, whatever you want to call it. You can engage with the molecules of the things, which then allows you to really co-create the magic that's possible. Otherwise, we're separate. We're trying to do it all on our own. We're trying to make something work by ourselves. We're being fiercely independent when it would probably create greater to actually be the gifting and receiving that we truly are. Now, how do you talk or commune or chat with the thing? It's no different than if you were talking to a person. If you were, let's say you're selling your car, you can chat with your car. You can ask your car to bring whoever it would like to bring so that it would be sold. So whoever it would like to own, this is the terminology, which kind of sounds funny to us, but really if we really tap into the energy, everything around us that we say we own actually owns us. We're the ones taking care of it. We're the ones paying the bills, the mortgage, the payments, whatever it is. We're the ones doing it. So it actually owns us. So you can ask your car, hey car, can you please bring to you whoever you would like to own next? So now there's a gifting and a receiving. So you're asking, you're receiving, you're gifting, it's receiving. It's a beautiful flow of energy. And then you might get the idea of, oh, wow, I should post about this on social media. And maybe that's where the person sees it or something. So it's not that we sit on the couch and we say, okay, car, go sell yourself. I mean, you could try that. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just not sure it's going to work as easily as if you were co-creating. Hey, car, who needs to hear that you're for sale so that you can bring to you the person you would like to own? Like, it gets to be this incredible magic. And one of the things that I know I have run into myself and many people that I coach run into is that once we start doing this, we start getting the magic of it, we start requesting and asking and receiving, and there's this beautiful co-creation. Then when it doesn't occur in the time we've decided it should, that's usually when we start going down the rabbit hole. What am I doing wrong? Why can't I do this? Why aren't I magical? I mean, there's all sorts of questions that you really don't want answered, guys. You really don't want those ones answered. You really want to focus more on the energy of the creation itself. And one of the things that I recognized years ago is that I would basically start co-creating with something and then go, well, why hasn't it happened yet? What's wrong with me that it hasn't happened yet? What have I done wrong that it hasn't happened yet? And what it would do is it would send that creation back to zero, so to speak. Every time I went into the energy of why hasn't it happened yet, I was putting my energy into it not happening rather than acknowledging that it's occurring. It just may not be on my time frame. And so what you want to look at in situations like that is, where else could you put your energy? Right? If we only have one thing we're focused on, it can get pretty dangerous because all of our energy goes into that one thing. And often we can kill it just with that energy alone. And I remember a few years ago, there was somebody that was talking about that, and they said they use the analogy of having one house plant compared to having 100 house plants. And so if you're taking care of one house plant, it's pretty easy with 1 jug of water to kill it because you're putting it all into that one plant. But if you had 100 house plants, so much easier to keep them all alive, because none of them are you putting too much intensity, too much of your energy and killing it, so to speak. So you want to recognize that too. If you've got time to go into why hasn't it happened, you've got too much time, my friends. You need to be continuously adding to your life so that you can really exponentialize your entire life, not just that one thing. And I know for a lot of people, it feels like you should just focus on one thing, and then when that's done, focus on another. That may not be the case in terms of these sorts of creations. If you're co-creating with all the different things around you, let's say you've got a business and you've got other money flows and you've got relationships and you've got homes and you've got just different ways that you play in your life, and start allowing all of those energies to contribute and really put your energy more, I don't even know what the word is, but rather than just intensely on one thing, spray it out. Spray it? I'm not sure that's the right word, but you know what I mean. So you're not killing one thing, you're really contributing to everything. And when you catch yourself going into why hasn't this happened yet, then stop. You could even ask, truth, is this in process? Truth, is this occurring? So that you can get the sense of, if it is, okay, cool, then awesome. What could I go and add to my life today? So that you're adding something so you don't have that intensity of one energy. And that's a tool from Access Consciousness. What can I add to my life today? And you could put it to that. What could I add to my life today to actualize this right away? What could I add to my life today to receive this right away? Like whatever the wording might be. Or you can just keep it general. What could I add to my life today? Just start adding and adding and adding. And it won't mean the things you're asking for are less important to you. In fact, it'll probably allow you to receive things even quicker, because your energy isn't just in one thing and you aren't killing it by overwatering it. So really there's two parts to this. So it's the communing with the thing, whatever it is. So sticking with the car, selling a car example, communing with it, engaging with it, asking it what it would like, to asking it to bring in who it would like to own, asking it where you should where you should post about it, or how to let people know that it's for sale, like where you're really co-creating. And then also really being aware of your energy and what you're doing with your energy about the sale of the car. You're waking up thinking about it, and you're in the shower thinking about it, and you're making breakfast thinking about it, and like that's a lot. That's a lot. So what else could you be adding so that you can really, I'm going to say it again, spray your energy around. That sounds so funny. I just cannot think of the word that I mean when I say that. So hopefully you get that idea of what I'm trying to say, or else maybe I'm making up something new. Spray your energy. We should go with that. So, with that, and then recognizing that there's so many more creations. There's so many other things going on. What else could you be adding? What else could you be adding your energy to? And what could they be contributing to the sale of the car, as if by magic? So that it's not just this really separate way of living, which is most of us were taught to really live separately. If I'm selling my car, then my energy is in selling my car until the car is sold. And then once it's sold, I move to the next thing, and then that's where my energy is. And then I move to and what if it's not? What if we could actually add our energy everywhere? And I don't mean when I'm talking about not thinking about selling your car all day long, I also don't mean pulling your energy out of it. So this is another thing we do, is that if we go, oh, I shouldn't think about that, I'm thinking about it too much, so then we pull our energy out. We don't want to do that. We want to be energetically present with everything without that kind of overthinking or over-processing or too much, focus in that area. We want to really have a spaciousness with it all to truly be the magic with molecules. So again, I invite you, would love to have you come play Magic with Molecules. It's a 2-part online class. April 22nd, 23rd, 2023. And there is a bonus of a clearing loop of the presumptive realities and the need of reactive realities on being magical. And then, of course, the class itself, and you'll get clearing loops from the class too. So I wonder what magic with molecules we can be, my sweet friends. Have a great week, and I look forward to chatting again next week.